Well, hello, Minecrafters. Today I have an improved and revised version of the user-controlled three-way minecart intersection. I know some people were having a little trouble with the previous one. It was very compact, and sometimes the circuitry was a little hard to figure out what exactly it was doing, and sometimes people were having trouble with the buttons becoming reversed due to the nature of rail switches, and that depends on the orientation. They're going to face different directions. And it was really kind of a pain to switch it if you got it wrong. But for those who haven't seen how this works, we'll just do a brief rundown of the operation. So when you come to the intersection, you're presented with two buttons going left and right, and that is the direction that they go. So click right, and we go right, as you might expect. For coming on the straightaways, you can take the left one to go left and the further one to go straight across. And of course, that works from the other direction as well. Well, I think you can get the basic gist of the operation here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cutaway version with everything stripped away. So here you can see the build is pretty compact, and this even takes a few less resources than the other one too. Not that this really is that resource intensive to begin with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the tutorial.
Alright, so now we've got the T where intersection is going to be, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag these out so that there's 3 blocks and then one going up on an angle, just like this. And for this one, we're actually going to do a half slab on the middle block, and I'll show why that'll be important later. But the reason we drop this down a level is so that when the carts come to the intersection on this powered rail here, they're going to stop on an angle, and that's going to automatically make them go the correct direction when you push the button. Now, if your minecarts are coming in too fast to stop here, just do a little bit more stopping distance with another powered rail there, or if you're going to have varying speed minecarts coming into the station, what you can do is actually drop this down 2 levels so that slower carts will stop up here and faster carts will stop down there. But this is all just going to depend on the nature of your rail system. Alright, now I'll put the switch in the middle there. Next we'll put the buttons, so facing from the stem of the T here, we're going to do buttons on either side. So just put some blocks and then the buttons right on top of that. Now, coming around to the top side of the T here, we're going to make a little checkerboard pattern. But the easiest way to do this is just to do 3 blocks, then followed by 5 blocks, and then followed by another 3 blocks at the bottom here. And so then the easiest way to make the checkerboard is to just knock out those 4 there. So what we're going to do now is 3 torches, one on either side there, and then one in the middle coming out from one of these 2 blocks. And I'll show you how to decide which one it goes on, but it's easy to switch later. Now, a little bit of dust in the cubby hole there, and now coming back around to the other side, we're going to drop straight down from the 2 buttons, just like that, and then 1 block right in the middle here or there, and then drop down another 2, knock out the middle, and then out 1. So underneath the buttons, we're going to get a little dust on both sides. Then we're going to do a repeater in the cubby hole, another bit of dust, and then finally a torch. And now you can see why we have this half slab. This can be upside down stairs, half slab, some other transparent block, just so long as it doesn't transmit power, so that that torch does not power these rails. Now, if you really want a normal block here for some reason and don't want to use a half slab, here's an alternate way to do this. It just takes a little bit more space here. So remove the torch and remove that dust, and instead we're going to loop this around like this. And we're going to do 2 repeaters on either side here. And we'll do the same right here. And then we'll do dust here, and then put that torch removed and just put it right there. And that'll do the same thing. But I'm just going to put this back to the normal way of building this with the torch there and the dust there. So that's it. That's the build. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and test this. And this is where we're going to find out if this torch is on the correct side. So if we click our buttons, so this one where the curve naturally is, you click this one, that shouldn't change, so that the cart goes the correct direction, and this one should change. What can happen though is this can be reversed because the natural orientation of this intersection might be reversed, just depending on how your intersection is positioned. So for example, if this torch was on this side, we can go over here and see that this works opposite of what we're intending it to be. If we click this button, we want this to turn. And so if this is wrong, again, it's very simple to change. You just swap this torch to the other side, and voila, it's fixed. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and good luck with your Minecraft creations.